Alright, so this is the September scan from 2019. So what you see here again, normal, normal, normal. And then all these other little things are mostly all lymph nodes. So the person who recorded it didn't have the contrast up very well, so it's kind of dim after that one point. But these are all the ones near the ribs. They're not in the ribs, they're near the ribs. There is a couple right here in the spine that I'll have to keep watching, but they're really small, and when I look at the composite, they're really small, so I'm not really concerned about those just yet. Again, I'm trying to wait as long as I can before I switch meds. But there is a lot of little lymph nodes up here, and again, it's because I do have some lung stuff going on, and they're kind of still just, well, let's just keep and watch, it's just part of your cancer treatment. I'm like, I don't think so. And here I am in January, and I'm coughing up stuff every day, and hard to breathe sometimes first thing in the morning. So, it's time for him to do a little investigation, because this is not helping. But these are the lymph node that I pointed to last time. Is still there, so we have to keep an eye on that. But there's the brain. That's all normal. There's that stuff up in there. It looks like a lymph node. Well, actually, that's always there too. So, but these are the lymph nodes here. These are all a bunch of lymph nodes, and these are the soft tissue ones near my ribs, but not in my ribs. So overall, it's not horrible. It's not great, but there's a lot of lymph nodes. But now keep in mind, okay, for those of you who watch my myositis and mixed connective tissue videos, I was just diagnosed November, but I knew something was wrong back in May, and so a lot of these lymph nodes could be due to my autoimmune disease, and so that's why I'm like, look, if it's not in the liver, and it's not in the lungs, and it's not in the brain, and it's not really the bones. There's a little bit in the bones, but it's small and quiet. I'm not ready to jump off my medication bandwagon yet. So I have to find the other video that I want, the other disc that shows the current one from November. I thought I had it, but apparently they might have given me the wrong disc, which kind of might have pissed me off, because I kind of make my decisions based on looking at my scans. So if they gave me the wrong disc, then I might have made a decision that wasn't properly informed, and that would have really kind of irritated me. So anyway, just so you know, that's a kidney, and that's just kind of stuff coming down through the kidney here, So that's normal. That's the other kidney. But again, this is, I believe those are the two little spinal ones. And all this other stuff, those are lymph. Oh, you can see, remember that last video where I showed you there was like those little trail of lymph nodes going down to those little blotchy spots where I'm having the little bit of collapsed lung there? They're still there. Okay? So, so it's something that I think that the doctors really need to address. I really wish they would not ignore me on that. But that's that one lymph node that's kind of giving me a little bit of harassment, but not enough for me to be like, okay, I need to do something about this just yet. But yeah, you can actually see the eyes up there. But overall, it's not terrible compared to what it was 3 years ago. Yeah, it's starting to get a little peppery, but again, it's 95% lymph nodes. And I'm not really worried about lymph nodes. Maybe I should be, but personally, I'm still alive. I'm still able to function. And now I have an autoimmune disease on top of the cancer. So a lot of this could be autoimmune kind of instigated, perhaps, because my body was attacking my muscles. I had myositis, and it seems like it's getting under control now, but that causes a lot of inflammation, and a lot of stuff gets kicked out. A lot of the protein in the blood gets from the muscles being broke down gets high, and it just does a lot of stuff to your body. So hopefully when I get my next scan, I think it's supposed to be in the beginning of April, I will or end of March. Some of these I hope will be gone. We'll see. We'll see if my decision was a good decision or not. You're kind of riding the bus with me on this, so you kind of maybe help you make decisions, based on how things go for me. But anyway, it's not a terrible scan, but it isn't great. There is a lot of little lymph nodes, here. But the funny thing is they're not in the lungs. It's this stuff that isn't. That's on top. That's over by a rib. That's on top there. Those are all on the, they're just below the ribs. They're not on the outside of the rib. They're underneath, like between the rib and the lung. So that's something to keep an eye on. That might be a spinal one. I couldn't remember if that was a spinal one or not because it's so darn dim. I'd have to look at the other composite images. But overall, I'm not too worried about it. So, but that's another small rib one back there, or near the ribs. It's not actually a rib, but yeah, it's kind of a terrible image. But anyway, there it is. So that's, if you look at what it was 3 years ago and compare it to now, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, that one huge one that used to be there, it's not there anymore. It still has a little bit of stuff once in a while that pops up, but again, it comes and goes. So it's something to keep in mind when if you want, you have the right to order your scans. Every time I get my scan done, I order a DVD. Usually it takes them 2 to 3 days to process everything, and then you can go down to their image library or their record library and order a scan. And it's usually free. I never had to pay for my scans, so it's your scan. So you will have the right to order your images. You paid for have it done. You should be able to get a copy of the images. So, and then, learn about what's normal for you and what's not normal for you, and that way you can make informed decisions. Anyway, thanks for watching.